hit that subscribe button to learn more about fragrances and discover the best colognes. Terrific for tuning in. I'm going to show you today a designer fragrance from the designer Tom Ford, the Tom Ford Beau de Jour fragrance, a fougere barbershop type of fragrance that came onto the market in 2019. So maybe you have missed out on this one during the last couple of years. The question is it really worth it to spend extra money on a Tom Ford, or should you just get a normal designer? Would I repurchase this again? And how does this actually smell? All that and more coming up in this video. Let's get rolling.
Tom Ford Beau de Jour. Guys, let me quickly point out that Tom Ford really is somewhat of a legend in not only the design industry but also in the fragrance industry. Yes, some of the newer releases, not all have been received so favorably, but Beau de Jour definitely I'm very fond of, because you have basically a citrusy, woody fragrance that's really super manly, and looking at the notes and discover why this, in my opinion, is really a fragrance for the perfectly groomed gentleman. Not only because Tom Ford is obviously perfectly groomed, but as you can see, it has lavender in the top, and I think it uses different types of lavender, 2 different types of lavender, and it's like this uber masculine fragrance that does the opposite of what always these unisex fragrances do, where woman and man can wear it. Here you really are true to this classical barbershop fougere style DNA, which is associated with giving you these manly vibes of the perfect groomed gentleman. And when would you wear this, and who would wear this? A mature guy, a confident guy, and I like to wear this all year round in almost all types of situations, except maybe it's complete frosty winter, it's super cold. Maybe then I would more go towards the oriental fragrances, but spring and summer, I think this shines. Also in autumn, this can shine. Only time when I would not use it is if it's like super cold or like super ultra hot, but every time in between, it's very versatile. So if you're a fougere fragrance lover who loves lavender, aromatic, fresh green fragrances, then this is for you. Which brings me to my personal rating that is quite favorably for this Tom Ford fragrance. I would rate the scent with 4 out of 5. Also, I was really surprised. I bought this really when this came out new in the market, and I was really surprised by the longevity. It had a very nice longevity. It also had a really good sillage, and the presentation. I like the presentation. It has this nice white box, a beautiful bottle. You can see how much juice is still left in there. And then coming to the price value, it's a little bit debatable. I got a discount, I got a good price on it, but at least in Europe we have the rising inflation, so the fragrance companies recently adjusted the price upwards. So by the time you're watching this, maybe it would distract 1 point from the price value. Otherwise, I'm very happy with this purchase in my collection.
Now, what's my conclusion about this Tom Ford Beau de Jour men's fragrance? Would I buy this again? Is this too classical DNA? When would I wear this? What's my conclusion? Guys, I have to say, this is really an definitely masculine fragrance. I mean, you will immediately recognize this. This gives totally off this fougere barbershop vibe with a definite overdose of lavender. So if you're a lavender fragrance, barbershop type fragrance fan, then this is for you. Having said that, when would I actually wear this? Guys, I would prefer this during fall, maybe even winter time, and spring. In the summertime, when there's really high hot heat, you have to keep in mind that the hotter the temperature, the more I felt when wearing this. The freshness was a little bit, the fragrance wasn't feeling as fresh. So that's why I would prefer this all year round, except in high heat. Terrific for tuning in. If you want to learn more about fragrances and discover the best ones, hit that subscribe button right now. Lets me know you appreciate the content. Awesome for tuning in. I see you as a subscriber in the next video.
Very unique fragrance. If you're interested in Tom Ford, you can't miss out on the Tom Ford Oud Mineral minerally woody fragrance that is surprisingly nice to wear during spring and summer. And yeah, it's very long lasting, sits a little bit closer to the skin. after the initial projection tailors off, but that makes it, in my opinion, super nicely wearable. If you like that scent profile, I see you in the next video. Take care.